G'day guys, today we're going to have a quick look at our big drive series. So our big drive series of gearboxes is designed around that screw piling guy and that guy who's just doing extreme drilling and needs something a little bit more than standard. So these drives range from 45,000 Newton meters all the way up to 500,000 Newton meters. That's 50-ton rotational torque. So they come in a series of SD, MD, UD and XD series. And they're all governed by the output torque that you need for your job. So today we've got the SD70, so that's 70,000 Newton meters of torque, and the MD190, that's 190,000 Newton meters of torque. So they're just purely there for size of machine that you're working on and size of the job that you're going to do. So we'll always start off with what torque do you need to achieve, and then we'll get you into the right drive unit to suit those torque requirements that you need. So what makes these different to standard? First of all is the hydraulic motor we use. We use a radial piston motor. That's far more efficient than your standard Girola style motor or your bent axis motors, anything like that. So these motors, they give great performance in extreme conditions. They're going to run at your full 150 kilowatts of hydraulic power, continuous. They're going to run at 380 litres a minute, 240 bar pressure combined all day, every day. They're going to just perform in and out all day, every day. So with that, we've designed a Digga designed manifold. Within this manifold, we've got some nice flange mountings here for your hose. That's going to ensure a good positive connection on those hose joints. Make sure you get no leaks or anything through that. We've also put in service ports so the techs can get in there without having to pull everything apart. They can get in there and do flow and pressure checks and do those sort of diagnostics that they need to if we need to assess any sort of issues that you may be having. So also within this valve, you have the 2-speed. They're all a 2-speed drive unit. So that gives a great power to speed ratio. These means you can be driving in those smaller diameters to the speed that you need and then click them over, get the power and drive them home to whatever you need to get them to. So that is located in here. You've got a pressure relief line in there. That is set in there to protect you against those momentary spikes that the hydraulics might see. The other most important feature, and this is the one we're talking about in here, is this valve block in here. The most important feature is the energy control valve. The energy control valve, or swoosh valve is its nickname. It controls pile kickback. So you all know when you're driving in those piles at extreme torque, that pipe starts to yield a little bit or twist or flex. As it's doing that and you come off the power because you've reached the torque that you need, you will get a kickback on that pile. It'll momentarily flick back into position. What that causes is that gearbox then to become a multiplying gearbox. It's no longer a reduction gearbox because it's going in reverse. What that does is flicks everything back at such a rapid rate that it dispels the oil inside the motor. It flicks it back at such a rate that it prematurely destroys that motor. So within that, it's a Digga patented product, is the energy control valve. And that just allows that flick back to be controlled and go back at a rate that is tolerable by the gearbox and the motor. So with that, we've coupled that onto a Digga gearbox. All the ranges have Digga gearboxes. You know the reliability of the Digga gearbox. They're either 2-stage or 3-stage gearboxes. We all in-house made hoods. The hoods with the hood lid and the hood ears, they're not just butt welded on and welded in position. They're keyed into place and welded top and bottom to ensure that that is securely in place when you're talking such extreme torque loads that they're going to see. So bottom ends, both here, huge bottom ends. They contain massive bearings, output bearings and input bearings. That's going to handle your down load as well as your pull out load. That's also going to handle your side load. It's got huge capacity for side load. We know that in these applications, these drives see massive side loads. So they've got huge bearing capacity to be able to handle that. We've got double seal protectors in there. So if anything's driving up, it's not going to pierce into that seal and damage it and get oil leaks. So you've got seal protectors on there. Huge bolts holding it all together. They're all locked into place. We've got a case drainer standard. You've got your 2-speed harness and wires and control switch, all standard included and comes in a kit. So you then buy your linkage arm and your hitch or rhino hitch, whatever's going to go with your application. Talk to the sales guys about what's best suited for you, and then we package that all together to deliver you a professional drilling package. So as always, we've got service centres up and down the East Coast, head office Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria with branches, and a major distributor in West Australia. So service and backup is never too far away. So if you need to give us a call, chat with us, talk to the sales team, see what they can do for you, and then we'll go and have a look at the factory and see where it's all put together. G'day guys, we've popped on down to the factory just to have a look at some of the Digga product getting made. Did you know we make over 80% of our components right here in-house, under our 12,500 square metre facility. We have other facilities in New South Wales and Victoria, so you're guaranteed to get service and backup whenever you're buying that Digga product. We also taken our product overseas and we're manufacturing in the US and the UK. That's Australian knowledge servicing the world for attachments. So we support the local community with everything that we do, and if you need to know more about what Digga can do for you, check out our website or check out our YouTube channel and you'll see lots of great videos on what we can do